The man has been dead for over 7 hours. Yet scientist Noah plans to revive him. Assistant fetches the consciousness extractor and mounts it on the man's head. Then lifts his eyelids. Using a neural probe, precisely inserts it into the cornea area to access the brain. Extracting memories. Data gets captured by the probe, then transfers to a glowing hard drive. Next, Noah begins the procedure. He inputs the data into a synthetic brain, completing this unbelievable implant procedure. Then orders activation of the synthetic body. Apparently, he aims to resurrect the dead through consciousness transfer, letting them live on in mechanical form. To confirm the experiment's success, Noah runs basic tests. Finds the android terrified of its own body. Even starts damaging its mechanical form. The android completely defies brain control. Reluctantly, Noah pulls the plug to terminate, ending in total failure. Each experiment costs billions to fund. The biotech CEO can't sustain this, deciding Noah gets one final chance, or the project ends. Frustrated, Noah suddenly recalls, today's his family outing day. Picks up his wife and 3 androids. Unexpectedly, torrential rain pours down, plus high beams from an oncoming semi-truck, obscuring vision, nearly causing total disaster. Before catching their breath, death stalks Noah. A roadside branch suddenly snaps, impaling his wife through her chest. Distracted, Noah crashed through the guardrail. It fell down the hillside. The family plummeted into a pool below the slope. When Noah woke up, he found his wife and 3 children dead. He alone survived by a thread. Rain poured over his body. In grief, he decided to gamble everything, so he called his closest friend. When Ed saw the 4 bodies, and all the items Noah had him bring, he knew Noah would use memory transfer tech, which only works on robots right now. So Noah formed a bolder plan. Ed heads the biocloning project at work. Noah aims to move family memories into clones, to truly bring them back to life. Ed tried to stop Noah. Since no tests exist for this, it fails even in robot brains, let alone actual humans. They risk life imprisonment. But Noah felt nothing could be worse. Years of friendship made Ed help. But the company only had 3 clones. So Noah must sacrifice one family member. Noah used a lottery to choose whom. Finally, he drew youngest daughter Joy. No time to mourn. They had to begin the experiment. With cell catalyst fluid, clones reach full size in 7 days. If successful, they will match the original perfectly. But any error causes clone abnormalities. They might create a monster. He couldn't even guarantee. Noah had to devise a perfect consciousness transfer method within these 7 days. Before that, Noah had to delete all memory data related to his young daughter Joy. Otherwise his resurrected wife would experience unbearable grief. Though this approach carried significant risks, it was the only option available. The initial days proceeded smoothly. Clones developed rapidly as planned. But 4 people vanishing for many days suddenly would inevitably raise suspicion among their acquaintances. Soon, the elder daughter's teacher came by. After all, the child hadn't attended school for days. The child couldn't be reached by phone. He used the excuse of the child being hospitalized due to illness. To temporarily cover things up, the teacher's visit made him realize he needed to resolve certain matters urgently. So, he accessed his family's communication devices. Mimicking their manner, he reviewed various messages, using various excuses to convey they would be unavailable for now. As days passed, now, with just 1 day left before the clones matured, his multiple memory implantation attempts failed during simulated testing. As the 17th day arrived, if not removed from the growth chamber, the catalyzing fluid would cause their bodies to decay rapidly. Facing this aging crisis, Noah decided to remove them immediately, then put them into induced coma. But this state could only last 3 days at most. Ed then hurried to open the growth chambers. As the catalyzing fluid drained, the world's first human clones finally revealed themselves, with the catalyst solution. This clone embryo only took 17 days to become identical to the original body, but her brain was like a blank slate. Like a newborn infant, Noah quickly gave a sedative shot. putting his wife's clone into hibernation. At this moment Ed could barely contain himself. They had actually succeeded. Noah's 2 children were also cloned quite successfully. The remaining challenge was implanting their pre-death memories perfectly into the clones. Only one chance, no room for any error. Previous experiments with robots never succeeded. No matter how hard he thought, he couldn't find the reason for failure. After that, during 3 days when Noah was out of options and ready to give up, a phone call changed everything. The biotech company's CEO called urging him to work. During their conversation, Noah subconsciously held his clone wife's hand. He suddenly noticed brainwaves reacting. When he let go, the brainwaves vanished. Noah had an epiphany. He hurriedly called Ed over saying, their focus had been wrong all along. The problem wasn't the brain, but the body consciousness, once transplanted into a different brain. Its first reaction after activation would be connecting flesh and organs. Robotic bodies caused brain rejection, causing real-time, chaotic responses. So the transplant target must be living clone flesh to ensure no issues. Thus Noah immediately began revival procedures. This era's alien-like technology, after Noah confirmed it, showed no abnormalities post-activation. Status identical. No difference whatsoever. It looked like they were revived. Noah then began the surgery formally. Theo called informing Noah, hurry to the company, because Noah's experiment progress has been halted. If this experiment fails again, if they lack cloning materials during a full crisis response, it will expose what they've done. Embezzling company funds and conducting illegal experiments privately. Enough to put them in prison for life. Now Noah has figured out why the experiment failed. So he knows it can't succeed with mechanical bodies. Then he has a bold idea. He points a steel needle at his own eye. While fully conscious, carefully inserts it into the corner, through the gap between eyeball and socket, precisely drilling into the brain, then digitalizes and copies his consciousness into a computer. He wants to transplant his consciousness into a robot's brain, because his consciousness already knows. The transplanted body will be mechanical, so there will be no rejection reaction. The experiment will naturally succeed. After returning home, the eldest daughter asks, why is there a strange name Joy on the wardrobe? And wife says, many photos seem missing from the hallway. Side effects of memory deletion are gradually appearing. They all feel like they've forgotten something. The eldest daughter also dreams frequently about the car crash, when metal pierced through her mother. So Noah secretly modifies their memories, but gets caught red-handed by his wife. Left with no choice, Noah reveals the truth that they are clones, and that their eldest daughter actually died in the car accident. He confesses everything. The wife can only accept the truth after hearing it. The wife hides this from their child. But this doesn't last long. One day, the company CEO suddenly visits. Now he finally reveals his true colors. He knew all along that Noah and Ed were secretly experimenting with cloning and memory transfer. He didn't stop it because people unleashed their full potential when desperate. Noah was highly likely to find a perfect transfer method. He certainly didn't disappoint. Now it was time for harvesting the fruits. All 3 clones were company property. He intended to reclaim them. He threatened Noah, demanding the core consciousness transfer algorithm. Noah didn't care about the core algorithm, but reclaiming his family. That was absolutely impossible. Therefore, he pretended to comply and knocked out the boss when he let his guard down, overpowering him. Noah told his wife what had just happened. They immediately decided to leave with their children. However, no matter where they fled, the company assassins always caught up. Noah instantly realized. The company must have planted micro-trackers in the cloning pods. The problem must be with the cloned wife and 2 children. Hearing this, his wife urged Noah to go to his research institute. But, being a doctor with decades of experience, he knew a disruptor could short-circuit the trackers quickly. All 3 trackers became useless. The assassins lost Noah's trail, so he safely initiated the backup plan. He had prepared a yacht for escape long ago. Here, strangely though, he couldn't find the yacht key anywhere, and they exposed their whereabouts. Soon the pursuers arrived. Assassins captured them. It was Noah's close friend. who betrayed him under the boss threats. He revealed Noah's plan. After various threats and inducements, Ed has confessed everything. Noah is acting fearlessly. He has destroyed the core algorithms. Those algorithms are all in his mind. He thought he could bargain to have the boss release his wife and daughter. Yet, the boss was not buying it, and shot him directly. Ed tells Noah, "This is just a warning. Next it will be his family." No choice. Noah had to obediently write the algorithms. But even so, the boss still refused to spare his family. In his eyes, all this is company property. Taking things to extremes is not a good thing. Suddenly a robot bursts through the door. When Noah was inputting the algorithms, he secretly activated the experimental robots. Now these robots are like furious beings. Gained physical bodies. Actually they are robots he made of titanium alloy. Invincible, they quickly took down. Everyone seeing their counterparts like that feels indescribably strange. Then, Noah takes out a consciousness extractor. Now he has a new plan. Another 17 days passed. Noah's little daughter is also revived using cloning. He always kept her memory data. Meanwhile, the boss is also revived by Noah the same way, and had his memories tampered with, to become his loyal subordinate. So he can control the entire company operation. The company started extending lives for the wealthy. As long as you had enough money, they could clone a youthful body for you, then transfer memories to achieve immortality. Real mastermind was another Noah himself, enjoying sights and travels, cherishing family happiness, quietly amassing a fortune. He is a true life winner. Well, do you think after transferring memories and consciousness, would this still be you?